let me know if this love is really real. But it seems to me that I'm wrapped up in your love. Don't you know that I'm still in love? Shut up in love with you, yeah.
pretty girl, if I cannot have you for my own, I'd rather be lonely, alone. I'd rather keep thinking the way that I do. 'Cause all I do is think about you. Oh, baby. Just think about you. Think about you, baby. Ooh, baby. Just think about
What is going on, my Patriots? How y'all guys doing? Welcome to another edition of You Guessed It, Joel Davis Media Network. Want to give y'all some motivational music before we start tonight's show. There's a lot we gotta cover at a real quick time frame. Gotta go to work in the morning, maybe early. I don't know. I'm kind of on a call, but first and foremost, I want to say to everybody, thank you for rocking with your boy. Uh, it feels good to be back in the building. I know a lot of people are currently on my man ABL Live, so it's cool. I know y'all will slowly trickle in, so I'm not worried about it too much. Again, sorry for the delay. I had to do some things a little different. I hope everybody having a good weekend, man. I really do. I hope that everybody's enjoying themselves. I hope that everybody is relaxing and enjoying the commentary that we as content creators are giving you, because we really do try to give it to you from the bottom of our hearts. And that's just the only thing we know what to do. So without further ado, we're going to be talking about Trump being indicted, aliens in Vegas. We got Chinese and Mexican cartels working together currently in the U.S. Got California got a new gender bill that just passed that's going to make it where if you as a parent decide that you do not want to comply with what the teacher is coaching the kid to choose what sex they think they should be, that you could actually get in trouble for it. And a lot more. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead on and jump into tonight's show. Let's head over here and first talk about this indictment. Thank you. God, I had that hand clap still on there. All right. Here. All right. I'm not getting what I want. All right, I think I finally found it. Sorry, guys, it took me a minute. This is the dumbest indictment of all time. I'm just gonna tell you that now. But we got to report on this because it's just dumb. It really is. I don't even know how we could ever think that a president of the United States could really uh, be in this situation. For what reason? I don't know. It's to me, this is so bizarre. But we already know what it's about. So we're gonna go ahead on and talk about it and go into how this happened. All right, so here we go. This is the first breaking story that we talked about, and this is about Trump being indicted. Now, to me, this is so bizarre, so stupid, but I'm gonna break it down. So, former President Donald Trump has been indicted by a federal grand case on charges relating to mishandling classified White House documents that were recovered at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. Now, I know a lot of you might be hiding on the rock. So, how did this happen? Okay, this what happened. He is a president, sitting president at the time. He had documents that were classified, but at the time he declassified them. Now, when you declassify documents, it basically meaning that yeah, people can look at them or go public with it at any given time that you deem fit or anybody else deem fit in the political arena. So at the time, he notified everybody, "Hey, I declassified these. I got these. Taking them to my estate with me while I leave the White House." First thing was told to him, "Well, we know that the documents are considered to be declassified, but we want you to put it in a safe area in your house, locked up, so no one can get access to it." Fine, great, I can do that. Then he's been in contact with them the whole time about this particular set of classified documents. Everybody's all good with it. Communication, everything's open. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, everybody's like, "Oh no, you got these documents. You can't have them in here. Oh, we we got to get you for declassification. You can't make this up." And this all happened after the DA of New York went after Trump. Now, while we're going through this, at the same time, the DOJ tries to run some type of parallel offense to make it look like, oh, okay, well, we're not picking on Donald J. Trump. We're also going to be looking at Biden's classified evidence as well. Okay, so they go and they do that. They go and look at Biden's stuff. Well, Biden doesn't have any of his documents locked up, and he's a vice president. He doesn't even have the power to declassify nothing. He has to get that approved by the president, who was Obama. Well, he goes, they look at his stuff. Oh, well, there's nothing to see here. He didn't do anything wrong. We're not going to go at, well, he did something wrong, but we're not going to go charge him. So you can't tell me there's not a conspiracy going on here. You got two men in the same situation one is getting railroaded while the other one is being told it's cool, everything's fine. And to me, this shows us what state of that we're currently at right now in America. We're in a very bad state. We're in a very bad state when we got people who can actually go ahead on and do this type of thing and get away with it. I mean, that's sad. That really is. Now, right now they said he's facing 7 charges. Now, they basically coming from an Espionage Act charge. Espionage Act would consider that he's got these classified documents and he's gonna like shop them around with an illegal country or something. That's what espionage would be considered. So when you hear the Espionage Act, it doesn't make any sense. Now, cited from a lot of sources, this is what the charges are: willful retention of national defense information, conspiracy to obstruct justice, withhold a document or record, corruptly concealed a document or record, concealing a document in a federal investigation, scheme to conceal, and false statements and representations. Lord have mercy. Trusted said in his team has not received a copy of the indictment, but instead received a summons via email. So then, you not remember now, at the time, when he left office, they tried to hit him from the Manhattan District Attorney 34 felony counts. Guys, what this seems like to me, this is our taxpayer dollars going after a witch hunt for a man that they don't want to be president. You know, I keep hearing these liberals saying that, you know, the guy there's nothing to be taken serious. You know, nobody's not going to vote him in no more. The Trump train is over. But they're doing everything they can to keep this man from being in any kind of position of power. Why is that? What is it about this man that makes these elites so scared? No one never wants to talk about that. What is it about this man that makes these people damn near lose their mind? That's all I'm saying. What is it? I mean, I don't get it. If he's not as strong as you say he is, then why is everybody scared to deal with this guy? I can tell you what it is. It's because he can't be bought. And when you got someone you can't buy and they go by their own tune, that's scarier than anything in the wide world and this corrupt thing that's going on. Now, we got more. Now, after this all went down, they showed a picture of what was going on at his home, what they found. Now, we're going to go and show the picture because you know they want to be dramatic. All right. Let me go play this clip right quick so y'all can see.
Let's bring in Fox News contributor, former Assistant U.S. Attorney Andy McCarthy. So, Andy, obstruction is the big torpedo in the water here, as Jonathan Turley has described.
I'll start it over because I didn't know that started at one time. Hold on, guys.
I'm seeing these photos now in color for the first time on screen that are up, and it is extraordinary to think about this moment in time where you've got the two front runners. One of them had classified material next to a Corvette, and the other one has classified material next to the toilet. and in a shower. And it's just an extraordinary moment to look at there's the toilet and the shower curtain. There's a chandelier above. It's we've known a little bit about what the government was getting at, but we haven't seen this, and it really, and again, we haven't.
So y'all heard that, right? So they trying to say, okay, this is the first time in history we ever seen this, 2 front runners with classified material. Okay, even though Trump declassified his as president, I mean, he made it clear that he declassified. I don't know why they keep saying he got this classified stuff, but you got this other guy did not have nothing declassified, nothing to prove, and he was vice president, and it was right behind his Corvette, and he's not even getting a winch hut. He's not getting asked any questions about it. He ain't in front of no judge. It's like, oh well, it's Biden, it's cool, he got some classified documents laying around. He had a bad day, guys. We just gonna go ahead on and give him a massage and give him his favorite yogurt and pudding pop and call it a night. I mean, this is sad. This is sad. Why what I'm saying is, why isn't there equal treatment? Where is that? Where is the equality here? Because the show in the hell ain't seeing it right now. God, this is so disturbing.
Seen the photos yet of the Biden investigation. At some point, if charges are brought, we will see those photos. But just based on what we are seeing here, it's extraordinary to think about what these two guys might have to talk about if they find each other on a debate stage.
True. Peter, if you could stand by with us, Jonathan Turley's still with us. Jonathan, this is the first time our viewers are starting to get a look at some of these pictures. The boxes piled up in various locations there at Mar-a-Lago. Going back to that picture that was on the screen just a moment ago, clearly there were boxes photographed in this indictment that were in a bathroom with a toilet and a sink next to it. To John's earlier point about this could have been a space that was accessed by any visitors to the estate.
Again, they said it could be accessed. The man is never home. I mean, his lawyers, even when they came there to do all this to investigate these documents, Trump wasn't even in his residence. Nobody goes in there. I mean, they don't talk about that part. And they didn't talk about too that the places that he had all this stuff located at were locked. People had to unlock them to get to him. You can't make this up, man. But again, we got Biden, who had classified documents behind a Corvette right there in his garage, straight chilling, not even let's get him over here and find out what's going on. Let's talk with him or anything. Man, you can't take these knuckleheads seriously, man.
Yeah, it's really breathtaking. Obviously, this is mishandling. Putting classified documents into ballrooms and bathrooms borders on the bizarre. And these are the types of pictures that hit you below the waterline in a trial. I mean, jurors tend to be very visual in terms of evidence. Yeah. And it's hard to show a picture of these boxes surrounding a toilet and saying, we really acted responsibly.
But you know what they're not telling you guys about that situation? Nobody in their right mind giving a damn about what happened with all that going on. Who cares about that? Who really is going to? If I'm a juror on that case, I'm not worried about this man in classified documents. If he hasn't sold them to anybody, China or something like that, and put the U.S. in danger, I really don't care. he had it locked away, that's great. As long as he's not in the wrong hands, he got it locked away. He's got security in his estate. You can't make this up, bro. Now, after all this goes down, we heard about 2 of his attorneys resign. Now, I thought this was odd because you would think that a case like this, they would try to, any attorney would want to be in the front runner because this is a career maker, right? Okay, I defended Trump while he got arrested for, not arrested, but indicted for mishandling documents that was never mishandled in the first place. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I would be thinking. But maybe I look at things differently than most people because to me this is just outlandish. This is the most outlandish situation I've ever seen in my life. Like, who does this? That's my dog barking, guys. All right. I'm trying to let everybody know. Well, what's going on? So anyway, this is what happened. So his lawyers, Jim Trusty and John Rowley, resigned from the case. Now, I don't know, which we kind of know why they had an idea where they resigned. They didn't. They just said that there was a logical moment for them to step aside. And let me tell y'all something. And I'm gonna be real about it. There's gonna be a lot of people now that we're gonna see step away from Donald J. Trump because a lot of these suits are getting in their head. Real talk. A lot of these suits are getting into their head. I am being serious. And it's sad to say, but it's the truth. Now, if you look more into this, you look at these two old guys, you can kind of tell that they can easily get influenced by the establishment. I mean, you just tell they vibe and they demeanor. Because now this case has been filed in Miami. This is a logical moment for us to step aside and let others carry the cases through the completion. Why would you step aside? What's going on, 007 girl? I mean, this is your case, right? You've been rocking with Trump through this. You got a lot of information about it. You know what I mean? Why now? Telling everybody from ABL show to come through. So if they didn't want to be by themselves or whatever, or want to stop. Currently right now, it makes no sense because they said we have no plans to hold media appearances that addresses our withdrawals or any other confidential communications we have with the president or his legal team. It seems like to me the suits got these guys, and they were like, you know what? The suits done got to us. Trump, you on your own, man. I can't do this. I want a career and all, but I don't think it's worth it. Now, after this being stated, this is what Donald J. Trump released on the Truth uh, social media platform. He said, for the purposes of fighting the great witch hunt of all time, now moving to the Florida courts, I'll be represented by Todd Blanche, ESQ, and a firm to be named later. I want to thank Jim Trusty and John Rowley for their work, but they were up against a very dishonest, corrupt, evil, and sick group of people, the likes of which has not been seen before. We'll be announcing additional lawyers in the coming days. When will Joe Biden be indicted for his many crimes against our nation? Make America Great Again, also known as MAGA. What's going on, General? I wouldn't doubt it, MAGA General. I wouldn't doubt it because a lot of things are trying to keep us from seeing the railroad of all time. Now, Todd Blanche, they said, is a pretty good lawyer. He's dealt with a lot of corruption cases in the past. But this to me is so outlandish that somebody should go in and denounce the Department of Justice. The Department of Justice needs to be defunded, and it needs to be literally weeded all out. We don't need it because it seems like all they do is find a way to cause more corruption and more chaos against anyone that's trying to fix this country. Now, we got 2 watching right now on Rumble. We should be getting more people on Rumble shortly, hopefully. Y'all check me out on Rumble as well. Now we're gonna continue some more of this. We found out the two lawyers stopped wanting to be on the case. Then we talked about how the conservative community is feeling. A lot of the ones that's even competing against Trump for the top spot to be the Republican nominee for the U.S. of A. is saying, what is going on? Why are we so focused on trying to arrest this man over documents and a morality alleged affair? I mean, especially Stormy Daniels. It is so bad with Stormy Daniels that people has just literally said, you know what? Even she said herself, I'm tired of it. And that's sad when she did all that for likes and views, and now she's getting tired of it. I mean, that's just how bad it is. I mean, straight facts. And you know what's even more disturbing about all this is that they spent all that energy, all of that chaotic energy, trying to prove that this man is supposed to be this awful, disgusting person for having an affair with a porn star ex stripper, and at the same time, you know how many politicians have done that? If you go back since the beginning of our political history, there's so many presidents that have stepped out on their wives allegedly or was for real. I mean, look at JFK. JFK was blowing out Marilyn Monroe's back for years. For years. His wife even knew about it. They even had a book writing about Jackie O saying, listen, I know my husband is blowing his woman's back out. It's cool. Long as he, doing what he's supposed to do for our children and making appearances, I don't give a damn. So getting back to men of power, that is nothing new. If this is true, allegedly. Because Trump said himself, listen, I ain't never messed with it. And if he did, none of his business. Thank you very much, Heidi Lamar. Thank you for joining the show. I appreciate you so much. I really do. I really do. I really do. I was trying to spend some time with y'all tonight. My wife was nice enough to let me kind of extend this out so I could be able to get some of you guys on my live, so that way y'all can show me some love. We get those numbers up and everything else. Now, after this, we also found out that President Donald J. Trump has a co-defendant. And this is a man named Walt Naada. Let me make sure I pronounce that right.
I'm seeing these photos now in color for the first time on screen.
I'm not playing that no more. So, anyway, the co-defendant, he was an active duty. Oh, thank you, Amanda Thomas, for subscribing. I appreciate you. Thank you. So, as I was saying before, this Navy SEAL, he was an active duty Navy SEAL. This Senior Chief Petty Officer Walter Nayada. Y'all give me one moment here. My wife said, yeah. She said she's trying to chill out right now. But anyway, he's a now retired senior chief petty officer. Okay? They indicted him. I don't know why they indicted this guy. He's got 6 conspiracy to obstruct justice, withholding documents, corruptly concealing a document or record, concealing documents in a federal investigation, scheming to conceal documents, and false statements and representations? Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me we're going to waste our time? We're going to waste our time on a retired senior chief that's a Navy SEAL? I mean, come on. You see how retarded that sounds? Do you know the type of work a Navy SEAL puts in? Let me give y'all an idea of what a Navy SEAL does. A Navy SEAL does some of the most dangerous missions to protect us and our national security. These guys are long away from their family, sometimes almost 300 days out of the year when they're active, going out to sea or on these missions. They are in charge of a large group of young men. And these young men or middle-aged men or whatever you want to call these men have one thing they are focusing on. And that is to get the mission done to protect me and you so we can sleep at night and get home safe. This man's been doing this probably between 20 to a lot of these senior chiefs does this up to 30 plus years. And you mean to tell me the man is retired? Thank you very much, Liza Jean. I appreciate you for coming over. This man has retired. Okay, he has served his country. Thank you very much, Anthony. I appreciate you, man. You always do what you can, man. And that's what I love about you, brother. And all of a sudden, this is where we at. I'm telling you, man. This is sad. But yet now, we got another grown behind man that is over here, that is our current president of the US of A, has documents behind an old school Porsche, and we have not Corvette, excuse me, and we have not heard not a single peep about him being in front or indicted or investigated at all. But this ain't no witch hunt if you tell all these other folks. They'll tell you, no, this ain't no witch hunt. We're just trying to figure out what's really going on. We're trying to set the standard. No, you're not setting no standard of nothing. You're going after someone because you are afraid of them. Because you know what they say, when people are afraid of you, they will do everything they can to keep you out of harm's way. Thank you, Chris Kelly. I appreciate you. And that's just facts. These people are scared of this man. Because again, it goes back to one thing only. These suits want to control people by 3 things: money, power, and respect. If they can't convince you to do something with enticing of money, then they will do it by enticing you with power. If they can't entice you with the power, they're going to try to entice you with respect. Trump has all 3. He doesn't need money. The man's worth $2.1 billion. He doesn't need power. He has a lot of resources from over the years. And he does not need respect. Because even though he's disliked by a lot of people, he's respected because he gets things done. So when you got someone with all three, he's a threat. He's a triple threat. That's why they want him out the way. Because all these other people that's in the political field running to try to take Trump's top spot right now, they can be bought. I'm just being honest. They can be bought. DeSantis can be bought. I mean, Tim Scott can be bought. All of them can be bought. Yeah, I know they say they're for America, but they can be bought. They can. Because they don't have that type of power. They don't have that type of resources like Trump got. You know what I'm saying? How many of these guys running right now got $2.2 billion? None of them. How many of them that's running against Trump right now got power for the last 30, 35 years of influential power? None of them. Which of them have so much respect all the way down to their family? He said, Joe, do you believe the Obama is controlling Biden and responsible for the weaponization of the FBI and DOJ against us? Yeah, you know he is. Come on, bro. We already know that. The Obamas, every time you turn around, Obama, why you think Obama got his houses and stuff strategically planned in areas where he could be around them suits, man? This ain't nothing new. That's what he do. This ain't nothing new. We been knew this. I mean, ever since Trump said he announced that he was going to run, what have they been doing? Trying to find everything they can to stick on this man. And to me, it's starting to become hilarious because in my wildest dream, I've never heard of that. Now, it gets more comical, right? So, shout out to Nada. He served in the Navy for more than a decade when he was tapped in 2012 to work at the White House Presidential Food Service Command, and according to his service record. So now I'm confused because they said that oh y'all, my bad, guys. He was not a SEAL. My bad. I thought he was a SEAL. Let me rephrase that. I kind of got ahead of myself. He was not a SEAL. This guy's a cook. So you mean to tell me, oh my God, this get even more comical. You mean to tell me you're charging a cook? Y'all, I'm sorry, because I was a cook in the Navy as well. You mean to tell me that y'all didn't have nobody else to charge as a co-defendant is a cook? A cook of all people? Come on, man. Listen to this now, y'all. They said Nada, all right, served in the Navy for more than a decade when he was tapped in 2012 to work in the White House. And he was the Presidential Food Service Command. He continued his service throughout the then President Barack Obama's second term in office and stayed through the entirety of Trump's term as well. Wait a minute. I get it now. I know why they're indicting the cook. The cook probably told Obama, I ain't like your ass. I'm feeling Trump, though. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe what I'm hearing, guys. Oh, my God. I cannot believe this. Y'all going after a Navy cook of all people. Oh, Jesus. It gets better. He went on to serve as Navy bases in California and Georgia. Y'all know where he was at, right? If he went to Georgia, let me see what. Oh, deal. He's a submariner, guys. He's a submariner. Oh no, Walty Nada. I probably served with that dude. He was a Submariner. Oh my God, dude, this is so sad. So now we're going after a submarine guy of all people. A submarine guy. You can't make this up. Oh wow, this is disturbing. So basically, you got a Submariner that's a cook that you want to charge as helping Trump with these classified documents because he was his personal assistant. Do you know how many personal assistants this man probably had? You might as well charge everyone in Trump's camp as a personal assistant. This man is worth $2.2 billion. Do you know how many personal assistants that he has? I guarantee you got more than one. Oh my Lord. And then they were as the White House valet. Now y'all listen to this. Now this is when you know these liberals don't really care about people of other than color and all these nationalities other than white. Now listen to this, and this is true. Now listen to what they said. The presidential valets have their origins in the days when U.S. presidents would bring slaves, servants, and butlers with them to Washington, according to the White House Historical Society. Modern valets are tasked with a myriad of assignments, ranging from minimal to esteemed. Nada reportedly delivered Trump's beloved Diet Coke, served his meals, and stood outside the Oval Office when the president hosted important meetings. He was one of Trump's two office valets, one of whom exposed him to the coronavirus in the pandemic. That valet was never publicly named. Oh my God. Y'all know what? This is so sad. This is so sad. They talk about he knew he had classified documents in there. In the storage room of where Trump's mansion was. When Trump had been informing everybody the whole time where he had that stuff at. It was never a secret. He was talking to everybody involved. The DOJ and everyone else. So please make it make sense to me. Yeah, Anthony, thank you very much. Let's chat it up on Rumble, guys. Let's get that Rumble rolling. And y'all, this is what even worse, right? So they say the accused of lying to the FBI in 2022 in May. Because he denied not knowing some of the boxes was moved. And talking about he moved the boxes himself. Okay, rewind and take two. Just because he moved the boxes in a commercial truck does not mean that he knew what was in those boxes. Do you know how many people that's important like Trump have a large commercial truck going to their home? They don't know what's in those. People don't know what's in those stuff. Like what? He's supposed to go to the president and say, "Hey, President, these boxes I'm delivering, what kind of documents are in there? Are they personal or classified?" I mean, come on, man. He's doing what he's supposed to do. If he would have not done what Trump said, that would have been a general order where he disrespected his leader. Alan Velaz just subscribed. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate you, brother. The number one MAGA general said at Joel Davis, some people fail to take notice that Obama was voted in one reason, skin color. Oh, we already knew that, man. We already knew. Oh, I know. Oh, y'all know Obama got more money than we're aware of. But you got to remember who backed Obama for years. Yeah, man. Thank you for being a part of the team, man. Thank you for hanging out with the patriotic team, baby. So that right there is disturbing. And then they got him for something else that was done. They said he hid classified documents subpoenaed by a grand jury. And they said that a grand jury subpoenaed Trump's office May 11, 2022 for all documents with classification markings kept by the former president. In the former weeks, Naada allegedly moved 64 boxes of documents from the storage room to other locations despite knowing they were sought in court. Then moved around 30 back into the storage room. Neither Naada nor Trump had told the former president's attorney of the scheme. How's that a scheme? All right. Now this is where I have a breakdown of all this. Okay. He's a senior chief in the military, probably already retired at this time or close to retirement. He's been working with President Trump for this long period of time. This man is probably a very trusted confidant of Trump. If Trump telling him to move stuff, again, he had already moved this stuff into the House. Just because it's marked classified doesn't mean it's classified. Because you got to remember now, you can declassify something as a president and still be marked classified. So to me, this is straight ignorance. Which equals what, everybody? I tell you what it equals. A witch hunt. There you go. You can't make this up. A witch hunt. Wow. We have nothing else to do with our time. Now, Musk is saying a lot of stuff about this too. He even says that they got far higher interest in pursuing Trump than others. Now, what Elon Musk is saying is, okay, you want to go after the former president, and we supposed to be having aliens all of a sudden dropping out the skies, y'all would say, that nobody can explain. We got all of these immigrants coming into the U.S. of A. and setting up shop in cartels and human trafficking in an all-time high. We also got the Chinese cartel working with the Mexican cartel to distribute fentanyl at an all-time high. Why are we not looking at that? We got Black Americans now more and more starting to randomly target and kill white Americans and Chinese Americans, especially during the time when the pandemic was starting to ease up a little bit. Why are we not looking into that? We got a high crime rate going in all these major cities. New Orleans, Chicago, out there in Birmingham, I want to say Birmingham, Alabama, has definitely picked up with an unknown amount of violence that people have been sleeping on. Why aren't we focusing on those things? We're focusing on classified documents that's been locked up in someone's house almost going on 2 years, that's never home and has more security and Secret Service men around it than anybody could ever wish for in this lifetime. Stop it. Let me go right here and read some of these chats. Chris Keller said, you think DeSantis will actually pardon Trump if he wins the White House? Oh, absolutely. You know why he would pardon Trump? Because Trump is the one that helped his career take off. I mean, you know what they say, idols are rivals. Just because they're rivals, he still idol his rival. You get me? Trump is DeSantis' rival. And that's just facts. I'm going to go to MAGA General. He got a good one. Oh, he was talking to 007. Heidi Lamar said he should be given a medal. Yeah. And I hope that this chief that they're going after, I hope that he also comes out and stays strong and get his life back and his reputation back. Because I'm quite sure now, this man being a veteran, they might go as far as try to take away his right to have any kind of privilege as being a veteran. I mean, they might even go around and try to change his record from being honorable discharge to dishonorable discharge. Like, you got to understand, these suits, these liberal suits are insane right now. They just do not want anyone that is close to, they try to do everything they can to stop the Trump train. If they could get one person close to him that knows of him, that's a common person, and break them down, that's their way of trying to tell us, hey, you get close to Trump, this is what's going to happen to you. Yes, Heidi, I'm glad you found us too. We're a great group of people. We just love to tell the truth, man. Now, this is what Trump said, and he's right. He said the corrupt Biden administration has informed my attorney that I've been indicted seemingly over the boxes hoax, even though Joe Biden has 1,850 boxes. Yeah, I'm here, Noah. Joe Biden has 1,850 boxes. I want y'all to hear me say that again. At the University of Delaware, additional boxes in Chinatown, D.C., with even more boxes at the University of Pennsylvania, and documents strewed all over his garage floor where he parks his Corvette, and which is secured by only a garage door that is paper thin and open much of the time. And he right. What did he say wrong about that? He said the truth. I mean, that's just facts. Straight up. I mean, but we're going after this guy who's got, maybe Trump got about a couple of hundred, because I know he ain't got no 1,000, a couple of hundred boxes in his home. I wouldn't say a couple of hundred. I'd say about 100-something boxes in his home. And they were all secured in the home with guards and everything. And this is where we at. Man. Y'all better, I'm telling you, man, you can't make this up. You cannot make this nonsense up, even if I tried. Now, this is what's so alarming about this, because I'm glad that Elon Musk said what he said. This is what's alarming about this. What's alarming is they're trying to say that if they have it their way, Trump faces a maximum of 400 years in prison and $9 million fine over federal indictment. That's why this is nothing to play with, because this is really serious. You know what I mean? Like, this is a really serious situation. I know a lot of us make a joke and say, oh, you know, they're grasping straws, but they're really trying to indict this man. They're really trying to make his life a living hell. They really are. They got a 49-page indictment on this man. 49-page indictment. Let's look at it. Let's just look at this indictment paperwork. Excuse me. I think it's... Is it? No, I can't. It didn't pull up. I thought it was. I thought it was going to pull up. But yeah, 49-page indictment, guys. You know how many pages that is? That's a lot. That is a lot of paper, a lot of pages. And then Special Counsel Jack Smith, who is a part of the Biden administration, who is, to me, not worth. Yeah, man. Thank you, Anthony. On Rumble, y'all, let's get some likes up. We got 6 watching. Like he said, if you on Rumble, man, give your boy a shout out. Yeah, give me a shout out, give me a follow. Y'all can even drop a donation on there, on YouTube. You know, show a little love. Ain't gotta be much. Now, with the 37 separate charges, and they said sentencing possibilities, but if Trump is handed the maximum penalty for each count and the judge orders the penalty to be served consecutively, he could be looking at 400 years in prison and will be fined $9,250,000. Listen, guys. Yeah, I'm in Georgia too. I'm in South Georgia. So that's cool, Miss Heidi. I'm glad you enjoy. I'm in South Georgia. Guys, let me ask y'all a question. Let's look at this. If Trump was to get that much time, being a former president who saved the economy, who had more jobs banging than any president in his era. Y'all give me 1 second. I mean, any president in his era, I mean, bro, that would be, wow. That would be bad. That would be so bad. Like, I think, I'm going to tell y'all like this. They thought they had somewhat of a dramatic situation on January 6th. If something like that was to happen with President Trump, I think a lot of people would really protest like never before, because nobody's not going to be feeling that at all. I can't find one, MAGA General. Any major city with 500,000, a population of 500,000 or more that's run by a black mayor, I can't find one. The only city I know that's ran by a black mayor that's liberal and is actually not that violent, and they actually crack down and follow the code, and because he's a blue dog Democrat, would have to be Savannah, Georgia, where I'm at down south here. The guy that's over, the mayor over there is a blue dog Democrat, old school Democrat, one of the few that's left that believes in a little bit of law and order. But the rest of them, I know, these progressive ones, nope. Nope at all. So let's go through these counts, right? So counts 1 through 31, willful retention of national defense information. That's 10 years on each count. Then you got count 32, conspiracy to obstruct justice. That's 20 years maximum with a $250,000 fine, which is dumb. Withholding a document record, that's a max of 20. Count 34, corruptly concealing a document or record. That's a count of 20 years. Concealing documents in federal investigation, 20 years, maximum penalty. Count 36, scheme to conceal, a maximum of 5 years. And count 37, false statement and representation, a maximum of 5 years. Guys, look at how retarded this sounds. Yeah, exactly, 007. During that time when all that was going on, you right. He was right there living at that house with Joe Biden. And they ain't even talked about the corruption with his son in Ukraine being over the energy board, getting paid $80,000 a month. We ain't talked about that yet. That still has become a taboo subject. Every time you turn around, everybody's lost. They don't know nothing about that. So yeah, this right here, man. Nobody ain't trying to hear this, man. Nobody's not. This is right here is a witch hunt. This ain't nothing but a witch hunt. That's all this is. This is not anything positive at all. And these people don't care nothing about us. They just want this man out the way. Speaking of people out the way, let's look at this from Fox News about these aliens. I've been wanting to talk about that all evening. I don't know. So, crash last Las Vegas UFO witness. Terrified by 8-foot creatures in his backyard. 100% not human. All right, so
have you ever
I'm not
looked
even
up
gonna
and
play
wondered,
that because this is too dumb for me to play. I'm not even gonna play no video on this. I'm just gonna touch and highlight a little bit of this and give y'all my thoughts. So George Knapp, a renowned journalist who has broken some of the biggest UFO related stories, told Fox News Digital that he spoke to the family over the last 4 weeks and didn't detect a hint of a hoax. All right, so a tall, skinny alien with greenish color that was about 8 to 10 feet tall was reportedly hiding behind a forklift in a Las Vegas backyard after a potential UFO crash overnight, April 30th or May 1st. Really? He said, I looked at his eyes and my body just froze, like having sleep paralysis, A witness who didn't give his name said in a YouTube video, he had a weird looking face, big feet, and big shiny eyes and a big mouth. Wow. So he looks just like the aliens we've seen on movies, huh, guys? Let me guess. Did he go and take like 3 fingers and was like, anyway. Oh, God. Here we go. I don't even know why I'm reporting on this mess. Okay. So anyway, I could hear its loud, deep breathing and its stomach kept moving. He would just stare at me and seconds later, I could move again. Oh, Albany, that ain't too far from me, man. I'm over there in Jessup. Oh. He called at 12:25 a.m. on May 1st and told the dispatchers that large creatures were in his backyard. They're not human. 100% they're not human. He told the 911 dispatcher in the audio recording, I swear to God, it's not a joke. It's actually real. Las Vegas police follow up on the call after different officers' body cam dated April 30, 11:50 p.m. captured a glowing green light streak across the sky from the top right corner until it appeared to crash and disappear in the distance. At least 21 people across eastern California, Arizona, Nevada, and Utah reported seeing the glowing green light, according to American Meteor Society. A witness who was seen in the responding officer's body cam told his story in a YouTube video under the username Alien Society 51 and shared pieces of the body cam footage. A neighbor's doorbell camera that captured the loud bang and aftershock and a picture of a perfect circle in his backyard reportedly left behind the aircraft. All right, so I hear all this, guys. All right. Why didn't y'all take pictures of this thing? I know y'all say y'all was froze and then you moved around. Well, if you was froze, you moved around, you froze and moved around again because you had to be able to call 911, right? You used your cell phone. Why wasn't there no pictures? Guys, let me tell you something. I'm not knocking that there's no aliens out there because we've already done researched. We done heard from a lot of the NASA people that there's actually a planet that looks like Earth that they discovered back here about a year and a half ago that has water like Earth and possibly life forms that looks just like us. But when I hear about the green guys and the big eyes, but you ain't took no picture, but you was able enough to move around and call 911, I'm sorry. I just can't believe it, bro. I call BS on it. Sorry. And the guy who ever said that, oh, I believe that they're telling the truth. Man, I'm not hearing that, bro. I'm sorry. Okay, here's my thing. If he would have said that it looked like a human, but it had these different colored eyes, and then he turned around and it was communicating or something like that, I would have been like, okay, all right, I believe you, man. This is crazy. Wow, this is out of this world. But you went out here and you basically said that this thing had big eyes, a big mouth, and it was green. You sound like you're telling me it looked like one of those sci-fi movies like all basic aliens look like that we draw on paper. So I can't believe it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. I just can't, bro. I can't get with it. So I just feel like this is a story to distract whoever these people are. This boy is. He probably got paid. Whoever got paid, good job. I'm just saying allegedly because there ain't no way this is real. Because you cannot tell me that y'all seen that and y'all didn't take no pictures, but you called 911. And then the police officers with the body cam, they said, well, we saw a green light. Now, could it been an alien in the green light they saw? It could have been, but I don't think that they saw the alien. I just think that there's some falseness in this story. I just can't get with it. So we're gonna also talk about this California bill. This right here, man, is crazy. We keep shout out to Jericho Green. I'm gonna have him on the show too. Sometime this month. I just gotta get my scheduling right now since I'm getting everybody and I'm getting back acclimated. God bless us with a bigger house now.
Transgender kids is a really harder thing. What's
oh my God. Anyway, I don't want to hear his mouth. Anyway, God blessed us with a bigger home. And because of this now, I could be able to do things I couldn't do before. And one of those things were being able to have guests on my platform. I just started cutting out all the cursing and stuff. Which Jericho, he raw as can be. He can still be raw on my channel. I just cut it back because I'm trying to make my channel grow and I'm trying to make it more friendlier for younger people, PG-13ish if I can, so they can start understanding what's going on. Because maybe we can save some of these young folks and get them more in tune into what to look for in America today. So that's my goal, and we will see how it plays out. So if you've been following me for a long time and you haven't heard me curse as much as I used to, no, I'm not acting brand new. I'm just trying to guide my channel, and I'm trying to make it more straight to the point, but also friendly enough to make everybody understand where I'm at. But don't you worry. I will start making my more X-rated card, not X-rated, excuse me. I ain't stripping or nothing. But my more how can I put this? Mature sounding content on my locals. I start doing that. Now on my locals, I'll probably curse and go in on that. So that way, when I'm on my locals, you can check me out there, and you can be like, all right, that's my dog. That's my boy. So anyway, let's talk about this California bill. So the California bill, right? Y'all know what the state of California is. The state of California is been known as the epicenter of BS when it comes to morality in America. If you want to get the most opposite of a moral clause, all you got to do is catch you a flight and go to Florida. That's all you got to do. So California has decided to trying to pass a bill called, or amended this bill, so that parents in custody battles may be liable for child abuse if they do not affirm the gender identity of their children. Okay, I want y'all to hear that now. Child abuse. So this happened, and it's called AB 957 on May the 3rd, which it was originally proposed that the courts deciding custody cases must consider whether each parent were a gender affirming of the child in question. Give me 1 second before I go into this. I gotta make one slight call. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. All right, I'm back, guys. I had to get that done right quick. So that's what they want to do. Now, this is where it gets crazy. Now, the amendment has added to the state standard of what constitutes parental responsibility for the child welfare, requiring that parents must affirm of a child's gender identity, and they are to be judged fit for providing for the health, safety, and welfare of the child in a court of law. If the newly amended bill will go into law, parents who do not affirm their new standard of health and safety for their child may be found liable for child abuse and have their young one removed from their home. Guys, I wasn't surprised about this. Let's pause for a minute. Let's pause. They're saying in the state of California, and I told you, California is the gateway to hell. If you do not comply with this whole, let's say for instance, you're married to somebody, okay? You could be a woman who's married to your husband, and your husband may win custody of the child, or you leave your child in the custody of that husband, and you as a woman find out that your child, which was maybe originally supposed to be a little girl, he wants to make that child into a boy. You're like, no, she's a girl. That's what she was born as, and that's what we're going to keep her as. And he's like, no, I want her to take these puberty blockers and all this stuff so I can make her into a boy because that's what she wants at 5 and 6 and 7 years old. Y'all go to court. He can now win his case against you, turn around, and because you won't be on board, can absolutely either take the child from you and probably go as far as probably try to terminate your rights next. I wouldn't be surprised. That's where it's going to go to. But let's continue. Critics of this amended bill claim that it could open the door to legally declare non-affirming of a child's gender identity, child abuse across the board. True. Democratic Assembly member Laura Wilson wrote the original bill along with the state Senator Scott Weiner, who also co-sponsored it. The bill was introduced into the legislative body last February. Senator Weiner, who also advocates a separate bill requiring foster parents to affirm. You see what I'm getting with this? They want to make everybody on board. Now they got foster parents to affirm the gender identity of children coming into their homes. And last year, the state senator from San Francisco introduced SB 107 to make California a haven where LGBTQ children could obtain sex changes without parental consent. Pause right there. Did you hear what I just said? A child can make the decision under 18 years of age to have a sex change without the parent's consent. So make it make sense to me. If a child under the age of 18 can get a sex change without a parent consent, then don't that child should be able to get a credit card in their name without their parental consent? Shouldn't they be able to get a house in their name without a parental consent? I mean, couldn't they go as far as, how can I put this? Get a car in their name without parental consent, get a driver's license. Let's get them to let them start owning a house. You know, let's go as far as making sure that these young people can start paying light bills in their name, cell phone bills in their name. I'm just saying, because you just told me that they don't need nobody consent to make the biggest decision of their young lives that they can never go back from. That means chopping off their third leg if they want to be a girl, or if the girl wants to chop off her ability to have any kind of breasts so she can look like a guy. I mean, I'm just saying, bro. Make it make sense to me, because you're telling me that these children can make those decisions in California, but California quick tell you, oh yeah, by the way, they can't get the car in their name, they can't buy any property, they can't get any credit established, they can't even drink at the bar. Well, that's what you're telling me, that's what they can do. That's what you're telling me they can do, because I don't see no other way. Because I'm trying to make it make sense, and it ain't making no sense to me. I am sitting here trying to figure this out, and it's not making no sense. Now, if the parents are brought in a custody battle were to deny, a minute. Yeah, were to deny the child's gender identity, state courts would have the authority to, under Section 3011 of California's Family Code, to remove the child from the parent's home. Tell me this doesn't sound like a communist country right there. California need to be its own country. This is so communist. They need to be over there with Cuba and them. No, I forgot. Cuba don't play that. So they going to have to be their own country. Conservative outlet The Daily Signal warned that the state requiring gender affirmation and standards of children's health and well-being opens the door for groups